If your Range Rover 2 litre diesel is getting exhaust fumes inside the car and you can hear a hissing sound inside the engine like this, it will definitely be a leaking injector seal, and you can see the carbon buildup, also known as black death. It may sound severe, but it can be fixed really easily. So in this video, I will show you how to change and replace your injector seals. To gain access to the top of the engine, we firstly need to remove the engine cover. Remove the top induction pipe and a couple of 8mm at the front, and then this will lift off. With the cover removed, before you start removing anything, I would just start trying to get rid of any of the black death, just so that this doesn't go in any of the fuel system or into the engine. So just using a screwdriver, an airline, have a really good scrape round and get rid of as much as you can. With that out of the way, you can then start by removing the wiring harness. These just unclip from the front and then move them out of the way. Then the leak off pipe needs removing. How I find these come off the easiest is by, if you just get a screwdriver in the bottom of them and just lift it upwards, you can see that the clip moves upwards and then it will lift off. In the case of this on the leaking injector on cylinder number 2, this wouldn't come off, and I didn't want to risk damaging the leak off pipe. So what I managed to do is remove 3 of them and then take the leak off assembly off with the injector. Remove the 4 injector pipes. These are 17mm, and once they're off, in the case of this, you'll notice that the injector is slightly loose, which will be the probable cause of the leaking injector. We need to look into this a little bit later. Now, all we need to do is remove the clamp. So just get an Allen key and remove the clamps from the top of the injector, and I find this little trick works for helping remove the injectors. If you just put the pipe back on the top, it helps twist the injector and get it to come out. The leak off pipe unclips just here, so just carry on same as the first one. You can see how severe the buildup of carbon is. We're going to clean this off later. As you remove the injectors, just check if the copper washer comes off with it. If it doesn't, it will be stuck in the cylinder bore. We have a nice little tool that we can remove these with if they don't come out. I'll show you this in a second. On initial inspection, we can see that where the seals locate, they look quite bad, but we'll sort this out shortly. If the seals are stuck, we can use this little tool. We just wind it into the cylinder bore and then use the slide hammer attachment, and this will almost guarantee bring out the injector seal. Check out this link to get yours. Now at this stage, we need to get some more of the carbon buildup off. So if you just pop a glove in the cylinder bore, you will be able, this will stop anything going down, and then just carry on cleaning it as you did before we started. So now we need to cut the injector seat so it's nice and clean and flat for the new injector. So just a simple little tool that we just slot into the hole, and then just using the handheld attachment, we just turn this round a good dozen or so times, and then clean it off, do it again, and just inspect the bore until it's nice and flat and clean. And here's another link for the tool if you need to get hold of one for yourself. With that done, you should be able to see that your injector seats are looking a lot nicer, a lot cleaner. I would make sure that the clamp bolt hole is clean, because if you don't, then the injector will not clamp down correctly, and we'll have the same issue again in not so long. So now we need to clean the injectors. I like to use the wire brush attachments on the drills, give it a really good clean, and then before you pop the seal on, just put a little bit of grease underneath it. This will stop the seal dropping into the cylinder bore when you replace the injector. And then we can assemble. Start popping the injectors back in. Make sure you put them back in the same order that they came out, because some of these will be coded and you don't want poor running on your engine. They should slide in freely. They shouldn't be tight going back in at all. And then obviously just make sure that the clamp hole is clear of debris like we said earlier. And once the clamp's on, tighten it up. Just make sure it tightens nice and evenly, and then at the very end of the thread just give it a really good nip. And the injectors should be nice and tight, unlike before. Then we can get the injector pipes back on. Loosely tighten the fittings on either side, and once you're happy that they've gone down the threads nicely, just give them a really good little nip. They should be fine. Pop the leak off pipes back on and the wiring harness, and then we're pretty much ready to go. I find just a slight blow with a screwdriver end normally just pops a clip back on once it's fitted properly. And that's it. All looking nice and clean and ready to start. Fingers crossed. And here we are, all running, no leaking injector and no fumes in the car. All that remains to do is pop the cover back on and get that air pipe back on the top, clear any fault codes, and that's it, job done. Thanks for watching. This has been How to Fix It. If you want to see any more Land Rover, Range Rover videos, we have a few for you to watch right here, and we'll see you over there in a click. And I almost forgot, if you have any questions about this job,
Please leave us a comment below.